Hi friends. So in this lecture we'll study about PLSQL. What is PLSQL? PLSQL is Procedural Language Structured Query Language. So it's the combination of SQL along with the procedural features of the programming language. For this we should have a knowledge about SQL. SQL is structured query language. It's a language used to communicate with the database. It's a standard language for the RDBMS. RDBMS Relational Database Management System. Some common databases are uh, Oracle, Sybase, Microsoft SQL. What is the usage of database? Database is used to store the all type of data which we have. So a database can use to store any kind of data. How we use SQL to communicate with the database. So for communication, we write SQL queries to communicate with the database. For that, in SQL, we have SQL queries, which are the most common and the essential options to communicate with the database. So how we write these SQL queries? For writing the SQL queries, we have some definite clauses like select clause, from clause, where clause, order by clause. So these are used to write the SQL queries. We'll write one example of this in the further section. Before that, we need to cover that what is DML, DDL, DCL and TCL. DML is data manipulation language, DDL is data definition language, DCL is data control language and TCL is transaction control language. So their names are very much expressive to explain what functions they do. So in DML, we have select, insert, update and delete. All these select, insert, update and delete commits the manipulation on the database. So they used to perform the manipulations and calculations in the databases. So the DML require a commit after performing that language, but after performing that operation. But moving forward, what is DDL? DDL is data definition language. So these are create table, create view, alter table and drop. They do not need any commit option. So for this, commit is not required, and when we execute this create, alter, drop, they'll execute, and after executing, the object will be created in database without any commit statement. While in the above, we need a commit statement to see the changes what we have done in the database. We need a commit statement after that. So what are DCL? DCL are the statements that control the level of access that users have on the DB objects. So the main type are grant or revoke. All the things, all the objects which are in the databases, we can provide some rights to some users, and for the authentication purpose. So for that, grant and revoke are the main things, main commands which we use in our Oracle database to perform. So we'll write these commands in the further section to get to it in the more familiar with this. But moving forward, we have TCL. TCL is the transaction control language. So they helps to integrate or to control and manage transactions and maintain its integrity. So what are these? Commit, rollback and the save point. So when we commit a transaction in a database, after that only we can see the changes done by it in the database. And if we roll back, then the changes we have made would be deleted from the database, and all the things will get back in the old position. And save point is a point which we created in the middle of any transaction, so that we can maintain the integrity in the data, and if something happens, then we can use that save point to perform the transaction. So they are very useful in our SQL, and these are the main things which you need to work on, so that you can understand PL/SQL in a good way. So I hope you are clear with DML, DDL, DCL, and TCL. In the further on sections, we'll learn how we can create the databases, and how we can move further with the PL/SQL. Thanks.